Hello everybody and welcome back. France, beginner playthrough that we're working on here. Things are going pretty well. I was hoping to get out of this war sooner, but it turns out that people are actually pretty upset with us here. Pretty upset with us. What a way to start the episode. We are in charge of the papacy. We are the Curia controller. So this means we are going to be getting in some incredible benefits from this, including 20% aggressive expansion impact, negative 20%. So I bet you now when we take this stuff from England, man, I wish we got this a couple months ago before we pieced out Oldenburg. But this is going to actually chop the aggressive expansion down significantly. So I'm guessing we're not going to have too much of an issue here. And oh, this is great. This is fantastic. We need to make sure we're buttering up the Papal State, though. We get technology cost reduction. We get extra advisors that we can hire from. We get cheaper advisors. Holy cow! We get yearly prestige. We get more leaders without upkeep. We get a stability cost modifier. This is really one of the coolest things that you could do as a Catholic nation. In fact, we actually have 60 influence right now. We can actually hit some of these buttons over here. But you know, I don't think any of these are going to be better than just trying to continue to be the papal controller. Yeah, we don't, I mean, yearly legitimacy, we already have 100 legitimacy. We have high prestige. We're already getting yearly prestige from having this. Manpower recovery speed, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. More money, tax. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with any of these buttons, but I feel like if we have a chance, if we have enough of an influence to go for this seat again and again and again, I think we should spend our points doing that. So that's how we just press this button here and we spend our points into here. So we actually have a 100% chance to get it again. But of course, over time, other people are going to invest too. And our chance will go down. But what a wise choice, giving it to us. That is fantastic. So in fact, let's look and see. How does this affect? Oh, I think we have to wait a month for this to update. What is this all about? Yikes. A 1-2-1 Charles. Yikes. I like our queen. I don't like our son. We might want to do something about this. Yep, that's unfortunate. All right, so let's see. We've ticked through the next month. Let's see if we're... Yes, 31. So it went down by 10. Actually, I think it went down by more than 10. Holy cow, look at this. No one's going to care now. All of a sudden, no one's going to care. Just like that. Just like that. Lubeck, Ulm, Savoy. Savoy is we have a truce with Savoy. Savoy is also pretty insignificant at this point. In fact, wait a second. The Papal State came in and took a bunch of land here. The only nation... This is Savoy right now, everybody. It's just Nice. That is the entirety of Savoy. And we took land from them. Yeah, of course they're going to hate us. We just took land from them. Lubeck is kind of annoying, but and obviously Austria. But I don't think Austria is going to join this by themselves. They're going to need backup. Ulm and Lubeck are the two that we really need to be working on at the moment here. And we have... Oh, we might even have extra diplomats because of the Curia. The papacy controller. So let's work on Lubeck, who actually does like us. Yeah, they like... I mean, we're going to get them high enough that they won't care. And then the other nation here that we're slightly concerned about... Not concerned about, but we can affect is Ulm. Yeah, we don't have any improved relations with them, so we just need to kind of do that. And might as well be looting, I guess. It's kind of nice, actually, that the rebels are taking over all this land. We don't want them moving into London, though. It's saying we can invest in a technology. Let's get that. This will get us ahead of time, so we'll get more trade efficiency and yearly corruption down. Again. This is really nice. Corruption is going down fast. Very fast. We also need to think about what we want to do with our money. Okay, they're going to Essex. And again, we don't want them going to London. Actually, because it's free, we might as well renew this. No reason not to. Yes, royal marriage with Brandenburg sounds good. And with Castile, please. Or do we already have it with Castile? Yeah, we already have it with Castile. High income. Construction costs. So what we could do is we should actually hit this button. Yeah, we should actually hit this button. When we decide to build a bunch of buildings, we should build some buildings with our money. As well as increase our advisors. Get some better advisors here. Because they're cheaper. While we're the papal controller, they're actually on they're cheaper. We can get an inflation guy. We don't really have any inflation. But we will be getting some inflation. Yeah, let's do it. He's half cost. He's half cost. There's no reason not to grab this guy for that price. That's fantastic. This guy's already really, really good. Yeah, this is looking nice. We're paying 2 advisors half cost. Level 3 advisors for half cost. We're still making tons of money. Getting more points. Yeah, this is looking really, really nice here. Now, I believe Lübeck probably won't care anymore. Yeah, nice. Lübeck will not care. Ulm will care. But we don't care. That's really what it comes down to. We don't care. Let's just get done with this war. It's over. We won. We get what we want. England is still getting sieged down by rebels. They have no troops. They have tons of... Oh, what is this? Huh. How did that happen? How did their influence go so high? Oh, whoops, when we hit that button, I guess we boosted their influence too high and they're upset now. Well, that's fine because these purple provinces here, there's no reason why they control these at all. We were already talking about getting rid of this, removing them from these areas. Yep. Remove them from those areas, they're no longer going to be upset. In fact, they were more than upset. They weren't upset, they were actually so influential, they were thinking about taking over the country. That's what was going on there. So these are disasters, of course, that could trigger basically a coup here that they could try to attack to try to take over the nation. Are you serious, Austria? Come on. Of course, we have to pay the huge amount of admin to get these cored here. Oh, and Dorset. Oh, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. Austria, of course, is freaking out because we took Oldenburg. We actually, we almost had the core on that. If we had the core on that, they wouldn't have been able to do that. Rest in peace, dead on arrival. I'm guessing our explorer is dead. What happened? Denmark is no longer a valid rival. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Yep, our explorer has passed away. We are going to need another explorer. Let's get these people to the New World defending our colonies. Sort of a token. The natives aren't, you know, we're at very high military technology, right? So the natives are not at high military technology. Give them this explorer. Send them out and continue to explore the world. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. Everybody's going to be really upset that we don't give this province back. So there could still be people joining coalitions. In fact, yep. We could have avoided this. We could have avoided this, sort of. It's not a big deal again, just like the last one. It will not trigger. It will not fire. But people are upset. People are upset. We'll just keep working on our... Let's outraged nations. We'll just sort of automate a few of these. Rebels have crossed the border. They're gonna stay. No, they're leaving. They're leaving. I don't know if we even want the fort in London. I don't think we need it. I mean, the thing is, there's no threat up here anymore, right? England has been decimated. There's no more threat in these areas. What we should do is we have a huge spy network with England. Even though we don't have a diplomat working on it, we still have the credit for the spy network. Does it tell us this somewhere? Yes, it does. We have 83 out of 100 here, which gives us a huge siege ability, and it reduces the aggressive expansion incurred with England. Wow, I did not know that. I actually didn't know that. So by having the spy network with someone you're at war with, you're actually going to get less aggressive expansion against them. Very nice. Very nice. So let's use this, though, to get the claims on. We want Oxford, because that's part of the London state. And I think we want all these areas here. Let's get Oxford. And let's go to the state map mode to see, yep, it's these ones here that belong to probably the state of Wessex, yep. Let's make sure we get claims here. I think you can click on that button too, but I'm always used to going to here. Doing it this way. We technically need one on Cornwall. We do not have the amount of spy network to get the one on Cornwall quite yet. People are joining the coalition. Let them. Let them. Actually, this nation right here would be nice to get rid of these guys, but whatever. Can't do anything about it. Can't do anything about it. Sorry, guys. Kind of scary. Heck, this one almost looks bigger than the last one, but if you look at the nations that are joining, irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. Ooh, they want us to share maps. That'll give us prestige. That's not too bad. I mean, of course, we don't really want them colonizing where we're potentially going to colonize, but they're going to explore it anyways. Let's just give them the maps. They're asking for permission to see these areas here. What is Castile actually doing? Okay, it looks like they're working down here and making Brazil. And of course, we have Portugal down here. And we are working on this province right here. And it is a slow grind. For sure. But I like the idea of getting, securing the Caribbean. Just get some base tax. Nice, permanent benefit, not just a timed boost. I think if we have enough for this, which we will soon, I think we do want to hit these buttons here. And core the Holland area, because Holland, of course, is a very well-to-do area, so... Oh, not protect trade. Continue to explore the world. Are they in a war? Why are you asking for military access, Navarro? We can send our troops up here because there's a good chance we are going to Savoy join the trade league. That's right. You can only join a trade league if you're a one province nation. So the fact that they're super weak that's kind of funny. Yep, everybody join the coalition, please. Be my guest. Be my guest, everybody. I dare any of you to do anything about us. With the alliance network that I have going on right now. Let's get back up to 5. Let's get 10 transports here in Europe, and then we'll have the 3 transports in the New World. Shuffling those troops around. This is actually kind of funny. But I'm sorry, guys. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Cute, though. It really, what it all comes down to, actually, you know how it said that, what it comes down to is we took a province from the HRE. Austria, the Emperor, demanded unlawful territory that we return this. And because we didn't, it increased, like, there was a huge negative modifier for all these nations here. So even though it said they weren't going to join the coalition, turns out they did because there was an extra modifier that the game wasn't computing. If we had finished the core on this, we wouldn't be doing this right now. There wouldn't be a coalition against us. But it's okay because, for example, Scotland is not in the HRE, so they didn't get that negative modifier. They won't join the coalition. Thoman won't join the coalition. Like, none of these nations will or can, so we can attack into them. Denmark shouldn't be able to join the coalition either. We're almost done with all the exploration that we can do at our current colonial range, and then once we expand our colonial range, then we'll be able to work on more exploration. We could start exploring maybe into the eastern side of Africa and such. Okay. So the Savoy. Oh, we have Savoy. We have stuff going on in Savoy here. We're kind of managing our rebels, right? We got Savoy here at 80%. We got the Oldenburg separatists up here. They're definitely going to trigger. That's a huge modifier there. Huge modifier. Alternatively, we could just be drilling with our amazing general here. I think we want to work on Bavaria because they're not in the coalition and they're kind of like on the edge right now. No, actually, I don't think they can join. I don't think they have enough aggressive. There's not enough aggressive expansion modifier against us for them to join. We probably also need to make Brandenburg a little bit happier too, just as our ally. It'd be great if they became the actual emperor again. See, I don't like the fact that there's a split vote here. So Austria's getting 3 votes if the emperor dies. Saxony's getting 2 votes, and the Palatinate are getting 2 votes. Well, if these 2 groups teamed up against Austria, then one of either Saxony or Palatinate could become the emperor, which would be a lot weaker than Austria being the emperor, because these are smaller nations. So they still get the benefits of being the emperor, but overall it's not going to be... Munster separatist. Nice, nice, nice. I hope we struggle with that. It'd actually be really nice if East Frisia left the coalition. We need to... It's funny because we're like... Half of us is like working on, you know, getting... Half of our diplomats are working on just making people like easing tension. But we kind of need to be working on building claims. Like we need a claim on Calais. We need a claim on Cornwall. We need claims over here in Ireland on all these different nations. We need claims on Scotland. We need claims on Denmark. We need claims, claims, claims. Can't have too many claims right now. Can't have too many claims. Okay, so Bavaria's totally fine. They like it. In fact, they love us. I don't believe... Has Lubeck actually joined against us? Again, I like going to this screen to check. In a coalition against France. Okay, so they are. And the relationship is at max, so... Yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. Let's get a claim actually on East Frisia, because here's something really, really interesting. I don't know what the historical element is this. Let's go to the HRE. Oh, they have joined the HRE. East Frisia does not start off as part of the HRE. So usually you can swoop in here, take this land, which is also an estuary, a trade estuary, and just kind of swoop in and grab that, you know, nice and easy, and no one will care. But it looks like in this case, they will care. They will care. So instead, let's build on... Let's just get claims on all these little nations here. We can only make one with Kildare, and we can make one here, and then we can make a few on, quite a few on, a lot on Scotland actually, a lot of them on Scotland. All these provinces here we can make claims on. So we should probably be working on Scotland as well, and or Denmark. Now, who are our rivals? We can make another rival, Mamluks. Again, we don't want to rival Castile. It's because Castile is like... One of the reasons why this coalition is fire against us is because of Castile. Get our ships all together here. Let's get these ships, though, protecting trade. in the English Channel. Group up our heavies and our transports together. Get a nice leader over here. Austria is no longer rivaling us, huh? That's kind of strange. There's no way we're not valid. Austria is like incredibly powerful. No way it's considering it not a valid rival. So we just kind of need more colonists at this point. Now, one thing we can do is we can actually experiment and try to do 2 colonies at once. Let's see. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? Where'd our transports go? Didn't we have 3 transports over here? We delivered these guys over here. Where'd the transports go? They go back to France? That's 8. These are 5 more transports on the way over. That's 13. Oh, okay. For some reason, they must have gone back to France. Let's take these 3 transports. Let's actually take 3 more thousand people down to the New World here. There's a few things we can actually do. You know what? They're cheap. Let's just... it's weird. It's like, should we build more trade ships, though? Yeah, let's get up to our naval force limit here. Or light ships for protecting trade. Light ships basically pay for your navy. Like, they will literally just pay for you. What do we have our naval doctrine as? Merchant navy. Wow, sorry, can't speak. The merchant navy. Okay, cool. So they will. We're already set to boosting the effectiveness of our light ships at protecting trade. Oh, this is actually really unfortunate. Uh-oh. I was not paying attention to the rebellions. So these troops right here are drilling. That's really unfortunate. Because they don't have morale to attack into London. We just destroyed the fort. Doofuses. We goofed that up. Yep, so they're going to get the separatism here. That's okay. That kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Is what it is. Take the prestige hit. We need more morale. Ah, that's a bummer. Okay, let's reduce the game speed for a while. Things are going on here. We're gonna lose our claim here. That's a permanent claim. That is a permanent claim. But the Papal State's gonna hate us if we don't do something. Let's just spend a little bit of Diplo. I don't like doing that, but let's spend a little bit of Diplo, keep the claim, and try to use the Diplo power to make them happier. Because that's actually permanent. We have a permanent claim in this region. We don't want to get rid of a permanent claim like that. But yes, what we should do is we should take these troops down here to the New World, and we can actually try to colonize 2 provinces at once. And the way we're going to do that is we recall the colonist. And we send him one right next door. We could send him to any of them, but let's just send him to one right next door. And now what we're getting here is we're getting 30 per year, but we're not getting the new settler bonus here. Let's just see how much this is going to cost us. Because what happens is, just like anything in this game, we're paying 2 colonial maintenance right now. If we start another one, it's not going to be 2 more. It's actually going to be exponentially higher. It's going to be like 4 more ducats. So it goes up pretty quickly, but we're making tons of money, so we should be okay. Like, the amount of money that we're making should be going way up just over time as where are the rest of our troops? Oh, they're down here in the Savoy area. 80%. You know what? Let's move these troops up here. Let's get them up here into England, and let's work on this really quick. And then we'll go back to Savoy, because we do... I didn't realize that was going to pop so quick. Oh, this is kind of a bummer here. This is kind of a bummer here. Because again, we don't want all these provinces to get just tons and tons of separatism. Yikes. That means we're going to have to deal with multiple waves of rebellions rather than just one. If we take them out swiftly, ends up... You know what? Let's attack it. No, we are the French. We can handle this. We can handle this. We have an amazing leader. They don't even have a leader. This should be a stomp. But I don't know what kind of stats they're going to have. Yeah, we have way more morale. Same military tactics, though. Okay, good. Alright, we're winning all those battles. Go back to Savoy. Go back to Savoy. In fact, we can check here and see, what is the Savoy... 18,000? Yeah, we'll be just fine. We'll be just fine. So let's actually get our best leader over here. Ready to fight the Savoy rebels. And then, okay, Tyrone's going to be a little upset soon. Poland, actually. We're getting a little bit here. What's that all about? Still got separatism there. Still have a separatism modifier, so that's going to be slowly going away. Let's go up here and let's actually move the Oldenburg troops up to Tyrone. And kind of just be ready for that. Let's get the explorers going on a mission. Need to explore. It looks like they're almost done with what we can currently do, and then they'll work on some other stuff. Yep, we know we got lots of rebel threats, but we're taking care of them. Alright, so we can get our first claim on... In fact, that's the only province we can actually claim on Tyrone. That's kind of unfortunate. But we'll get it nonetheless. Working on Scotland, let's get one on here. Because again, we'll just get one here, and then we'll have to work on England and Scotland. And then we'll have to work on Denmark. So where else are we going to get claims? I kind of want to work on just buttering up our actual allies here too. And let's hit this button for high income. And what this is going to do is this is going to give us it's giving us a construction cost reduction. So now we can build on the cheap, which we actually probably should have done this earlier. Now we can build some buildings on the cheap. There's a lot of good places to build buildings down. 16, that's a good number. The other thing is, what other buildings can we build? We can build manufactories. Anything here that's looking good. Now, remembering that manufactories actually cost a lot of money, but they're useful for a number of different reasons. But we should be seeing bigger numbers here, or it's not going to be worth it. Or it's not going to be worth it. Because 0.25, considering these cost so much more, yeah, I don't think we're actually in a good position right now to build the manufactories. I'm not seeing any super amazing profits. Again, this building costs 5 times as much as the church. We should be seeing huge numbers here if it's going to be worth it. I think building in Paris is going to be worth it, but we can't build a mill yet until Administrative Technology 16. So we don't have the manufacturers needed to convert the raw resources that we actually have in Paris, which is paper. Or reeds or whatever it is. Oh, I'm liking this. Okay, if we look here, we can get a 0.17 there. 0.22 here. Good workshop zones. Oh, Savoy's looking good there. Very nice. We can't build anything in London currently while we're actually developing the core. 0.18. This is all very, very good. Very good provinces to build these workshops. We could just see, can we build a barracks in Paris is going to be very good. That's 1,000 more max manpower. That's very nice. You can see these numbers here, like 250, 375, 500. So 1,000 is definitely above average here. If we wanted to increase our Navy potential, we could actually try to build some shipyards, which increase the Navy force limit by 2. The tricky thing here is, though, remembering that a province has a limited amount of buildings that can be built. A limited amount of buildings that can be built based on its development. So I think we don't want to prioritize the shipyards until we know that we've gotten the other good stuff built. Let's just go in with the churches, because these are cheap, but these are some good numbers here. Lots of good places to build churches, just building tons of churches. This can increase our monthly income significantly, and it's going to pay for themselves pretty quickly here. I think we're just, yeah, we're just hitting all the buttons here. We're making a lot of money as France. I like it. I like it. We're pretty much building in most provinces that are over 0.1. Not, yes, because these were all 0.13. That's a good amount of money there. When those get all done building, we're gonna have a lot more income, I think. We're making 4 right now, but that's because partly did we start that new... Oh, a couple things going on. We're paying for the forts. We don't need to pay for forts. Mothball those. Okay, the colony though hasn't kicked in. So why are we Oh, we're reinforcing our troops. Okay, so that costs, reinforcing troops costs a lot of money, but it's temporary, right? It does go away. All right, so if we look at the rebellion threats, we have Tyrone, which we are slowly working on taking care of, right? Let's move these troops over to Tyrone. And then we have Holland that's, honestly, it's at 50%, but it's very low numbers here. Actual the province unrest is only 1.4%. So it's probably not going to actually fire. This is probably going to go away on its own, I suspect. It's saying it's going to take 15 years. Well, in 15 years, the province will reduce, like its unrest will go way down. Same with the Breton separatists. Those should all go away on their own. Oh, whoops, we do need to, my bad, we need to come over here and siege this down so we can finish the core. That actually kind of hurts us a little bit. Yeah, because we didn't quite get London done because this got sieged. That's unfortunate because London, we're getting some negative modifiers because London's not cored right now. Once that's cored, we should actually be getting a good amount of money. Good amount of money. Because our power in the English Channel should be going up. But we do want this last piece right here in order to really get all of the centers of trade in the English Channel. I think this is the last one that we do not have. Oh no, technically East Frisia is also in the English Channel, so that'll be something else to strive for. Alrighty, a lot of internal management going on there. We're building spy networks with neighbors that we need to build claims with to go to war in northern British Isles. We're trying to sort of get rid of this potential coalition that's already formed and just buttering people up slowly but surely. And it should also be wearing down over time on its own. Alright guys, thank you so much again for watching another episode. I will see you guys in the next one.